We're back again to play some games. We are back with Ikemen Sengoku, and last time Nobunaga and I ran away from the storm because if it catches us, the wormhole's gonna take me away. And then we find the cabin, we stayed there for a little bit, and it turns out the storm still managed to catch up to us. And things do not look very good right now. So before we start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on my social media. It's always in the description below. And we can get started. Nobunaga Oda, Chapter 13. Running east will bring us to the foot of the mountain. We can take shelter under the cliffs. Sounds like a plan. Oh, I said that myself. I said that myself before I even read it. Sounds like a plan. We were thinking the same thing. I gripped Nobunaga's hand tight as we dashed through the wet grass, mud clinging to our shoes. The rain felt like a waterfall. It was impossible to see through, but still we ran. I won't let go of your hand. I won't go back to a world without you. I don't want a world without you. Just as I thought that, the sky lit up in a blinding flash of light. A thunderous roar sounded right over our heads. Lauren, did I get struck by lightning? Nobunaga grabbed me, and the two of us jumped out of the way of a strike. It was so close I became flash blind and was deafened. What's going on? I blinked and rubbed my eyes until my vision returned. When it did, though, holy cats! Holy cats. A patch of grass where we had been standing was now a charred smoking spiral. Dang. This storm's not playing. It's trying to kill us. You think you can run away? I'll strike you down. Smoking spiral. Nobunaga stood up, cradling me in his arms, and glared at the storm clouds above. It's as if it was aiming for me. Yeah. Heaven is intent on correcting its mistake after all. What are you saying? You said it yourself. I'm not supposed to be alive right now. I realized then that I had told Nobunaga everything from my conversation with Sasuke, including, that he's supposed to die, him and Kenshin, pretty much everybody here. What happens after we're sent back? What's going to happen to Nobunaga, Kenshin, and the others? I don't know in what form it's likely to occur, but I imagine everyone will meet fates that match closest to how things turned out in our original history. Yep. But that leaves only one possibility. They're going to die? As soon as we leave, they're both going to die? His silence confirmed my worst fears. Nobunaga figured that he was supposed to have died. Cold, awful feelings settled in the pit of my stomach. I swallowed my breath, my throat tight. I became dizzy. I squeezed my eyes shut, feeling like I'm going to topple over. When I opened them, I saw a wall of fog too thick to see through. Girl, you good? What is this? It's the same thing that happened last time I time traveled. I saw Nobunaga's lips move as he began to speak, but his voice was cut off by another thunderous roar. No, stop it! I'm not going back! Lauren. Nobunaga's expression tightened. He drew in a breath. I clawed at the fog, trying to dispel it, but Nobunaga stopped me, drawing me into his arms. He kissed me, lips brushing mine, only to part. Then he pushed me into the center of the welling cloud. Lauren, go on. Go on where? What's happening? We're separating? You mean go back? No. You can't die here. No matter what, you have to live. Return to the future and live. I refuse. I tried to run back to him, but I couldn't. It was like trying to get traction in midair. The fog began to fill in space between us. Nobunaga seemed so far away now. I don't want to part. Don't leave me. Wait. Don't leave me because that sounds dramatic. Don't leave me. I have to. You can't stay with me this time. But if I return, you'll die. I know that. Lauren, listen to me now. Why? Wait, I was killing that voice acting. Let me back in. Let me back in. Lauren, listen to me now. Why? If you stay, The forces that seek to end my life will harm you too. You have to go. I want to say that I didn't care, that it didn't matter, but I lost my words. Across a span of untraversable time, the warm smile Nobunaga showed me was eternal. I'm fond of you. Enough that I don't mind dying if it means you're safe. Those words I once thought he had spoken in jest were now full of painful truth. How could I possibly live knowing that you're dead? His eyes, which had changed so much since the day we met, glimmered through the haze. I've killed so many. I understand better than anyone how fleeting life is. Knowing that, yours is the only life I want to last. Your life is priceless to me. Nothing can take its place, not even my own. That's why you must live. A single tear traveled down Nobunaga's cheek, ending at his sad smile. You often ask me if I was sad. Now, in our last moments together, I finally understand what it feels like. Please, don't cry. How can I dry your tears if I'm not there? I reached my hand through the fog, but though I could see him, I couldn't reach him. The tears remained in his eyes as he looked back at me, refusing to blink them away, to miss even a second. I won't say goodbye. Even if it takes 500 years, I will prove to you beyond a shadow of a doubt that I loved you. That deep determination in his steady voice was the last thing I heard. Nobunaga! I screamed his name with all the pain of having my heart ripped out, and then everything went white. Where am I? Am I home? At a clinic? I was lying on a hard bed with a stiff sheet over me. Ow. Pain flared in my head, and I tried to sit. A man rushed over to give me a hand up. Oh, Sasuke. You're awake. Looks like I'm in the hospital. And this person must be. Yes, I am. Sorry if I seem kind of out of it. You're one of the doctors here? What? Funny, because it feels like I've met him somewhere before. Deja vu? I don't remember how I got here. I'm still in Kyoto, right? What happened to me? I hope it's nothing too bad. You don't remember? Remember what? How I got here? If I did, I wouldn't be asking. Strangely, the young doctor visibly paled. I want you to tell me everything you remember up until this moment. Is it okay if I just start with this week? I got a new job, and I was treating myself to a vacation in Kyoto. I decided to visit the memorial to Honnoji first. I think it started to rain. And that's it. Nothing else. So, could I hear why I'm here in the hospital? The young doctor took a seat, looking at me gravely. Yep, I forgot everything. Dang. I did not think we'd come back here. Really. The young doctor took a seat, looking at me gravely. I was starting to expect the worst. You were hit by lightning. I'm afraid the shock gave you amnesia. Lightning? Amnesia? No wonder he was giving me that look. Anyway, thank you, Doctor... I'm not a doctor. I'm a student at Kyoto University, amongst other things. I was the one who found you. Perhaps it's for the best you've lost your memories. What? Does he know something? The man took a business card out of his lab coat pocket and offered it to me. Sasuke. Sounds like the name a ninja would have. Huh. He's an astrophysicist. He's an astrophysicist. He's a astrophysicist. Physicist. He's an... Whatever. I can say it, I just can't say it right now. Trust me. But if you happen to remember something incredibly important to you, and decide you want to return, then contact me. Can you be any less vague? 3 months. In 3 months, there'll be another chance. I'll be waiting for you. I'm not cool with this creepy, meaningful talk. You really shouldn't do that to an amnesiac. The young man Sasuke got up from the chair near my bedside. I'm sorry. Here, your bag. You should check to make sure you have everything. Yeah. Thanks. If I don't see you again, take care of yourself, Lauren. Sasuke left, leaving me with nothing but questions. He knew my name, and he sounded like he knew a lot more. But I've never met him before, have I? This is really freaky. As if getting hit by lightning wasn't bad enough. Realizing I need to call my family, my hotel, and possibly my job, I searched my purse for my cell. Is Versace in there? Did I give Nobunaga anything? Does he have Versace? Exactly. Huh? Where's Versace? I know he's in here, but I dumped my purse out on the hospital bed. There was no Versace, but there was a pocket-sized guidebook. Oh yeah, a traveler's guide to Japan's hottest warlords. I flipped through it, stopped on a random page. In a small corner of Kyoto, a stone monument sits at the original location of Honnouji. The small temple gained its place in history for what came to be called the Honnouji Incident. In the year 1582, betrayed by Mitsuhide Akechi, Nobunaga commits suicide amongst the fiery wreckage of Honnouji. Some scholars argue that Nobunaga survived, though no sources exist to support this theory. Nobunaga surviving? That's new. In every book I've ever read, he's always died at... A drop of water hit the page, warping the text. It was followed by another and another. Girl, you crying? Tears. Why am I crying? My eyes kept going back to one line. Nobunaga survived. Again and again. My heart burned in my chest. I could barely breathe. I was so choked with sobs. In the empty hospital room, I bawled my eyes out, unable to tell why. Finally, I'm back home. I thought they'd never let me out. I spent 3 days in the hospital, but that was nothing. Turns out my amnesia covered the span of 3 months. Dang. Shocked to even begin to describe my reaction to that news. My life had been turned upside down. I had been questioned by the hospital staff, the police, my family, my job. There was even a missing persons report filed on me. But in the end, there was no answers, no health problems, no suspicious activity. They said I was okay and sent me home. My design job still wanted me. Said they were just happy I was alright. Starting tomorrow, my life would be back on track. Today, though, I'm going to take a nice long bath and suck away all my troubles. I placed my clothes in the hamper and turned the faucet to hot. Then I spot something odd in the mirror. What are these? Teeth marks? Okay. My shoulders were flesh red and a few suspicious spots. It looked like faded love bites. I ran my fingers across them, wondering if I had a fling while I was missing. But as I did, I remember where these came from. I'm back in the present alone. I started crying again. I couldn't stop. My heart was torn in two. I slumped to the warm tile floor, wet with shower stain. Perhaps it's for the best that you've lost your memories. But if you happen to remember something incredibly important to you, and you decide you want to return, then contact me. 3 months. 3 months, there'll be another chance. I'll be waiting for you. I'm not alone. Sasuke, I've got to get a hold of him. I know what he's trying to tell me now. There's another chance. One more chance to travel back into the past. To be with Nobunaga. A nagging voice in the back of my head told me it was too late. That Nobunaga had died in the thunderstorm. Shut up, nagging voice. I don't believe you. Nobunaga is stronger than that. He'll keep our promise. To live together, to have tea, to talk about fun things. I wiped away the tears that burned my cheeks, stood up and went for my phone. 3 months later. You're right on time, Lauren. It's good to see you again, Sasuke. Would I go back? Would I go back? Would you go back? Like you're home now. Would you go back? I don't know. Maybe in another situation I would, but it's just the fact that they're in wartime. They're in the Sengoku period. That's what gets me. I don't think I want to go back to there. Like Vampire, Ikemen Vampire. I still wouldn't go back, but there was a higher chance that I would because, you know, they weren't at war. I don't think I would go back. Last chapter. You're right on time, Lauren. It was good to see you again, Sasuke. He was waiting for me there at the Honnouji Monument, where we agreed to meet. We've been in constant communication these last 3 months, but this was the first time I actually seen him since getting back. Tonight there's another chance for the wormhole to appear. I know we've talked about this, but I need to ask you one more time. Are you really ready to return? You won't regret it? And we just said her parents contacted her too. I can't leave my mommy and daddy like that. I won't. I'm prepared to go back for good. Did you say goodbye to your parents at least? Or just another missing person's report gonna get filed? I won't. I'm prepared to go back for good. I quit my job, creating a nice story about going abroad, and said goodbye to all my friends and family. So you don't think your parents are still gonna like call you, FaceTime you? Whatever, it's fictional. Even if Kensha and Nobunaga are already dead when we return, you still be okay with going? I don't think they are, but either way, I'm ready to go. Alright. Since I returned, I've been looking through historical records for any sign of changes. I actually found a mention of you. Ooh, look at me. Wait, what? Take a look for yourself. Sasuke handed me a book so full of page markers, it looks like a tropical bird. Let's see. This doesn't mention anything about Nobunaga past the Honoji incident. Sasuke leaned over, flipped to a page marked with a black tab. Here, the part where it talks about Nobunaga's room in the Tenshu. I imagine this is your work. My work? Oh my gosh. Nobunaga Oda collected many treasured curios from abroad that he kept displayed in his room. Standing out amongst them is a predecessor to the teddy bear. 320 years before the creation of the now who cares about teddy bears, whatever. Prasachi? All that time I left in Nobunaga's room? That's not the only place. Here, the last page. What does it say? Just prior to his death, Nobunaga ordered the name of the woman he loved, recorded for posterity. He said she was called Lauren, and that she was like a goddess. Oh, Nobunaga. I won't say goodbye. Even if it takes 500 years, I will prove to you beyond a shadow of a doubt that I loved you. He really did. He found a way to tell me. It makes me crazy how he does that. I love you too. The tears came again as I realized how much I wanted to see him. It was at that moment. There's a storm. Just like the first night, a sudden rain shower turned to a downpour. We hadn't brought umbrellas this time either. We looked up at the sky, water trickling down our faces. Lightning cracked across the clouds, but I wasn't afraid. I was eager with anticipation. Are you ready, Lauren? I sure am. I'm not. I had to shout to be heard through the rain and thunder. A rumbling roar sounded above us. Sasuke stared at the sky, eyes wide. Here it comes. My vision blurred. My surroundings became increasingly tinted with white until everything lost all color. A familiar sensation of being dizzy took hold as space twisted and turned around me. Nobunaga, please be alive. It doesn't matter to me what's right, or what we do and don't deserve. I want to spend the rest of our lives together. Okay. I was really not expecting to go back home. Truly. I thought me and Nobunaga were definitely gonna escape the storm, but it really took me home. Dang. Let me know if you would go back. Like, would you? Would you? Like, the person you like is there, but there's also a time period, a dangerous time period. Is it worth it? Would you guys go back? Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on my social media. It's all in the description below. And I will see you guys tomorrow with A3. Bye-bye.